Maddie, so I just finished reading the fifth book in the Chronicles of Nick series called Illusion. It was by Sherrilyn Kenyon / McQueen. I would say I like this book. I think this is one of my favorite books in the series. I'll let you know after I read the last three. So just a little summarization. Nick's a kid, very poor, mom's a stripper, dad's a felon. He gets bullied, but he's uber smart. Got a smart mouth, of course. You know all smart kids got a smart mouth, I swear. But anyway, so through these books, Nick's discovered that his dad is like a top dog demon. Everyone wants to enslave him. So Nick finds out that his destiny is to kill his dad to take over the power. Nick does not want to do that. He's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want the future that you're saying that I'm going to do. So Nick's pretty much doing his Cajun stubbornness to do anything he can to not become evil incarnate. Well, let's get into it. This book, Nick, is it this book? Hold on, let me check something. Okay, so I didn't want to give anything away from another book. So in this book, Nick wakes up in a completely different dimension, where his mom is still his mom, but she's a lawyer. Sorry, I don't know why this is off-centered. Anyway, there you go. She's a lawyer, and his dad is Bubba. But he hates that name Bubba. He likes the name Michael. Well, Nick is clueless about this world. Come to find out, Caleb's there, but Caleb's Mark's son, and he's short and chunky. And Simmy's there, and she's dressed all sedate, and he's friends with Stone, but he's not friends with Maddox. These are people from the other book. So Nick's like, what is going on? Well, he runs into some people that he knows from his other world, and things just go chaotic from there. Like, Nick, because he doesn't really know that much about his heritage and the things that he can do in the paranormal, he does things that he thinks is right, but it kind of end up getting him in trouble, which you can't blame him for. It's just how life works out. I don't want to give too much away in this book, but I will say, I'll tell you who the players are. You meet Savitar in this book, and Savitar is sort of a side character of the Dark Harness series, which he should be having a book come out in the next few years if everything goes right, because the more you learn about Savitar, the more you want to know. He's one of those characters. But the premise is, well, I think the premise of this book is every decision you make can change your life for good or change your life for worse. Which generally most people know that. They just don't have that realization. Like, people that Nick knows in one world are good in his world, are evil in this world. And he's like, I don't understand. And everyone's telling him, it all depends on your choices. Some people are strong enough to stay on that path. They got their foot in the light. That's where they stay. Some people stay in the dark. There are few people that can straddle that line and walk the gray line of light and dark and keep themselves in the balance where they don't go totally evil. And that's hard. You find out something about Cody, Nick's girlfriend. You're like, get out of there. But I will tell you, there's more surprises to come for her. And Nick's dad pops up in this. I am sympathetic to Nick's dad. I like him. I realize he's a douche. And he was a horrible person demon. But again, he was raised with no love. Nothing. Everything he learned, he pretty sure had to learn on his own. He had to scrape out of life and do what he had to do to survive. You can't really blame the guy. Like, should he have known better after centuries? Yeah, but guess what? Damage is damage, and we don't want to deal with our crap half times. Who knows what kind of damage demons really want to deal with, their mental state. But his dad kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? made amends for some things and made you realize he wasn't completely bad. He just didn't understand what to do. Like, in the previous book, this spoiler, in the previous book, his dad basically sacrificed his life for Nick and his mom. This book, you hear Nick's dad tell him, I loved your mother. I realized what I did was horrible. I never wanted her to cry. And coming from this, he realizes that he loved Nick too. Well, that's what I took. He realized that he loved Nick, but he doesn't know how to show it. He doesn't understand. Like, one point, he was like, how can your mother love you so much and you look so much like me? And Nick is like, I don't know. She just does. I think if the actions that weren't taken between Nick's dad and mom, his mom and dad could have had something, because his mom's so sweet that she would have been able to help him. But his dad didn't understand it. And his dad's being hunted all the time. So it's not like he was ever safe. Like, he was never in a place where, oh, I feel safe, I can let my guard down. It was never one of those things. So I babbled off enough about them. But this book is about Nick realizing that he is who he is. And his dad tells you. Like, the Malachi thing is, I'm born and conceived in violence to do violence and violently. And Nick's dad's basically, look, you're the Malachi. You're the Ambrosius Malachi. You will always be remembered. But how you are remembered is basically up to you. You want to be a jerk? That's how you're going to be remembered. If you want to be a hero, that's how you're going to be remembered. And that's what you have to take upon yourself. Now, his dad also told him, no one can control or contain you unless you allow it. Yeah, they can enslave you, but unless you want to give them 100% control, they can't do it. And that was some good advice for Nick. And I'm pretty sure he's going to use that in the future. And also, his dad was like, no one can defeat you in battle unless you allow it. So basically, what I'm gathering is the Malachi's destiny is up to them. There's some other things that will come out in other books, because I've read the series before, that help you understand, but these books spoon feed you little facts and information that you don't realize until you've read like one or two books later, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't pick that up. But that's all I'm going to say about this one. It's really good. It's one of my favorites. I probably said that about all of them. I do love the series. This book came out, this book came out in 2014. So it's been almost 10 years. And I read this book or listen to them at least maybe once a year or maybe once every 2 years, depending on what's going on. But I would say get this book series if you like paranormal. It's good. It's young adult, so don't expect anything real trashy. All right, guys, that's it, because I don't know what else to say. I got things to do. All right, guys, have a good day. I'm off to read the next one. Bye.